Hello? Hello? Hello. Hey, how's it going? Foxman here. We're doing another episode of Spelunky. I apologize in advance. I, got a bit of a cold hitting me. Again. Stupid frickin' weather. I don't know. It's like, it's been really, it's been a really long, warm summer, as I'm sure a lot of you are aware of. And then now we're having like the fall weather, but it's like cold and rainy. It's not like super cold, but it's cold enough and rainy. So it's just like, I don't know, been waking up the past few days kind of like sore throat, and like, you know, like slightly sore but slightly swollen as well. You really feel it when you swallow. So I apologize in advance if I sound off and all that. Otherwise I feel kind of like okay. But I kind of, it's like one of those things, you know, the first sign, like, oh, I'm getting sick, right? Kind of wake up with a sore throat. So we'll see. And I just got my ginger ale here because I don't know, when I have like a sore throat. Oh, hello. Wait, I'm gonna do it this way. Sorry, Monty. Yeah, when I have a sore throat, you know, and it's kind of swollen. I didn't mean to do that. I need something cold and carbonated. I try to drink cold water, but it just really tastes off to me. I don't know, something about the carbonation. And you know, there's the, you know, one of those old, you know, what do they call them, wives' tales or whatever. Why can't it be a husband tale? I don't know. We're like, oh, you know, ginger's good, and maybe it is. I'm not gonna argue though, because I like the taste of ginger ale. You gotta get Canada Dry though, because Schweppes, they don't use real ginger. They just use whatever simulated flavoring, and I don't like that. You had one job to do. It's ginger ale. I feel like, you know, that should be the thing. Like, okay, you don't have to use real sugar, you know, use the fructose glucose bullshit and all that other stuff. Not that that's, you know, I'm an advocate for that, but it's like, if you're gonna do one thing right in your drink, you know, make it the ginger. It's like Coca-Cola. You guys dropped the ball. Bring back the cocaine. Oh shoot, I realized I already have sticky stuff now. Oh my god. It's because I want to kill him. And my throw game is a little off. There we go. I hope I get bombs because... and the worst part is I didn't even get the stuff. Let me just look over here. But yeah, anyways. Yeah, I'm feeling a little off, and... you know... Again, I'm trying to make sure that I can record and stuff. And you know, I know some people would say, hey, you know, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna risk it and hope it's more bombs and just rope back up. There we go. I guess we can buy some from him. I kind of want to kill him. If I put this bomb here, that's not gonna set the shop off, is it? Okay, it's close. I'm either going to kill him or I'm just going to buy the bombs. We'll see. I mean, this warm-up round, they always are. You never. Nobody ever makes the first jump. It's like nobody ever makes the first Spelunky run. Either that or it's like, if you don't make the first Spelunky run, you're not going to make the other ones. That's also a thing. It's like, the more you play, the more patience you lose. And, oh, shoot. I'll just whip you. Yeah, the more patience you lose, and then you just... Oh, hey, I forgot about that guy. You just do worse and worse on each subsequent run, so... You know what? If I whip him, I'll pick up all these things, so... That'll be good. And by pick up all the things, like... You know... It wouldn't be, like, another gun to get in my way. So I could pick up all those other items and then easily pick up the shotgun. Wasn't the case. It's okay. you know? Clearly, nobody makes the first jump. Well, we'll make the second one. Okay. But anyways, yeah. So ginger ale. It's good. And, I remembered I've been like ultra lazy mode today again, because like I don't feel stellar. I feel okay. Like I don't, you know, sometimes you get that kind of like the whole body ache. That's also like sometimes an early sign that you're getting sick. It's like you kind of feel like it's like a slight ache. It's that slight body ache kind of all over, and it's hard to find like a comfortable spot. You'll be like sleeping or just laying on the couch, but you're always just it's not quite right. So ow, actually I got these sharp pains in my rib cage. Ow. Okay, they're gone. But yeah, I don't have that, so that's kind of nice, but I didn't have a ton of energy, so I was just like, I don't want to go and get this ginger ale, but it's really gonna help me feel better and stay hydrated and all that stuff, because I really don't want to drink this water. It tastes like ass to me. And it's like, oh yeah, we got one of them vending machines kind of tucked away in my apartment building that I always forget about. So I like, you know, and I save all my quarters too. Like at the end of the work day, or just like a day out or whatever, you know, I always you know, anything under $1, pretty much, a loony or a toonie, I'll put the change in my little, got like one of those little key tray sort of thingies. Kind of want to kill him just to get revenge. Like again, I gotta practice for Spelunky too, so see. Oh no, that's the problem right there though. I hit him, but then I didn't see where the gun was. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not worried about this. I got a lot to talk about, other than me being sick. I don't want to be talking for too long though, because you know I feel like, you know, like right now this is good because I'm not thinking about the sore throat. I don't really feel it so much. It's not like super bad. Oh yeah, it already went off. But as soon as I finish, I'm like, oh, I feel like ass. Just one of those things when you're kind of in the heat of the moment. I knew that was gonna happen as soon as I started falling. Yeah, you're in the heat of the moment. You kind of struggle through it. Anyways, I decided I'm gonna win this run, so hold on. That means I might not kill the shopkeeper right away, because clearly my my skills aren't there to pay the bills. It's okay. Got an itchy nose though. Hold on. Yeah. So anyways, I was up last night watching the, I don't know if you watch MMA. I say MMA too, because it bothers me when people are like, oh, do you watch UFC? It's like, yeah, like technically UFC is pretty much like the only prominent organization that's around now, and that's where like most of the talent is. The like really good talent. It's kind of like, you know, it's like the NHL. Like you don't, I mean, there are many other hockey organizations and stuff like that, but for the most part, it's like if you're a hockey player, you pretty much like you want to go and play in the NHL. But yeah, there used to be other organizations like way back in the day. Pride was like the big one. That was good. For a while there was Strike Force. I wanted the cape. Okay, no more of that. No more of that. Yeah, Strike Force was actually huge, kind of a few years ago, for the like the heavyweight division. They had like all the good guys, like the really good guys. And you know, Dana White, he's the head of the UFC. If you're not familiar, he's like, he talks more trash than like a lot of his fighters, to be honest. I mean, you know, a lot of people can't stand him. I mean, I don't know, but I guess in many ways, Oh yeah, that's already gone off. He's pretty good at the business aspect of it, but it's just like it's a pain to listen to him talk a lot of times because, you know, basically it's like, oh, if you're not in the UFC, don't talk to me. Like they'll say like, oh, this fighter is the best pound for pound fighter of all time. And again, if you're not familiar, pound for pound just means because like in mixed martial arts they have different weight classes, right? So it's just kind of their way. Oh yeah, baby. Now the shopkeeper's dying. Is their way of comparing, fighters. Because like if you put a heavyweight against like a bantamweight or something like that, right? I mean, you got these guys over 200 pounds fighting these guys that are like, what is bantamweight again? 135, 145. I can't remember. So there's bantamweight, there's flyweight, there's welterweight, there's middleweight, there's heavyweight, heavyweight, lightweight, all these. So I mean, you can go down to like 125 pounds for the males, and then there's straw weight. Anyways, point is like, I mean, the point of, the whole mixed martial arts is like, for the most part, it's like any style can fight any style. It's not like, well, this style is always superior, you're always going to win this. And sort of, I mean, if depending on your style, like, yeah, different weight classes, a smaller guy might be able to take on a bigger guy. But it does get to a point where, it isn't a fair fight. Especially if you do stuff like, wrestling and ground and pound. A guy that has 50 pounds on you, if he's on top of you, it's a lot harder to defend against that sort of thing. So that's kind of why they have the weight classes. So anyways, long story short, that's why they say pound for pound. It's like, yeah, technically this 125... Where'd I put my shotgun? Oh, okay. Technically this 125-pound guy in a fight against this, 205-pound guy, he'd probably get his ass kicked. But like against similar dudes in his own weight class and maybe up and down one, he's just like straight up the best. There's like, so I don't know how I got on the pound for pound stuff, but oh yeah, anyway, yeah, because of Dana White, you'll always be like, oh, so and so is the best, best pound for pound, blah blah blah. And like for a while there's this guy Fyodor Emelianenko. It's this Russian dude, kind of like, if you remember Rocky 4, when Rocky goes to Russia and he's like totally just doing all this training kind of in the mountains, like lifting freaking pieces of wood and chopping, like very just like, low tech, I guess. And I want the money. And then you've got Ivan Drago, who's the Russian dude, but it's like all super high tech, steroids, blah blah blah, stuff like that. Well, real life, Fyodor Emelianenko is kind of the opposite. Very just like beaten tires, just like basic stuff out in the wilderness. Like it's nothing high tech about it. And then like at the end of every session, they like go into the the sauna. They get all steamed up, beat each other with like the little branches, like tree branches and stuff like that. Rinse and repeat. I might not get Monty just because I hate carrying him and navigating in the dark, and I don't want to, like, have to put my shotgun down. Anyway, so Fyodor, this is a guy who had like, oh shoot, back in like Pride, and Strike Force and all that kind of stuff. He had like a 42-1 record, I think it was. And the loss was actually just because the contest was like a no blood. Oh, wow. Go. Hold on. Can't see. There's no blood contest or whatever. So basically the guy kind of cut him. Not in a bad way that, like, made any real significant difference to his ability to fight. But because there was blood, it's like, oh, okay, well, Fedor lost. So, you know, people like, you know, it's a loss, but it doesn't really count. That was just like a stupid thing. But, you know, Fedor is the guy, and it's not like these 42 freaking wins or whatever were insignificant. He's fought guys that like have 100 pounds on him, kind of shit. Just insane fights. And who's the one dude? Kevin Randleman, I think. He did this like super crazy suplex on Fedor, like ages ago. Oh, come on. And Fedor landed kind of pretty much on his neck. And at first glance, people were like, oh my gosh, like he might have like broke his neck. He might be dead kind of thing. Like that's how crazy it was. And then Fedor just like got up, kind of turned around, and then I think he put him in an armbar, and he just won the fight. And people were like, are you kidding me? Like, that's the kind of stuff Fedor is. And it's weird because when I've probably talked about this like way in past Spelunky episodes, but Fedor, you look at him and he looks like a plumber. He's not ripped. You know, it doesn't have like a super ton of mass or anything. But he's just like has this like, and he's so calm. That's what I love about him, and I think a lot of other people love about him. It's because he doesn't talk. Like, he walks into the ring, he almost looks like he's bored in a way, but he's just staying calm. You know, it's, you know, a lot of people trash talk and stuff, and it just makes you look like a fool when you do lose. But like Fedor, he just like never lost, but he never was arrogant or anything about it, which I think is cool. To a lot of people, they're like, well, the hype, that's what you know, sells the seats and all that stuff. And maybe I kind of see that point, you know, especially for the mainstream. You know, there's always going to be people that'll watch and pay to watch that actually really truly care about oh shoot, I'm not gonna get Monty just because I don't want to deal with that. But yeah, people who actually care about the you know, the sport and all that. But it's unfortunate that, whoopsies, that other people, it's like, no, they're there, it's more for entertainment. It's kind of like, you know, what wrestling is a lot of times. I'm not saying wrestling isn't a sport, or like there isn't passion and stuff in that, but just like without kind of, I think, all the theatrics and stuff like that, you know, people wouldn't watch it. But I think with like mixed martial arts and stuff, you don't need that, because it's like, it's truly people are competing. Like, people are there to see like two dudes fighting for real. You know, it's not scripted or anything. This guy's won, you know, like 10 in a row fights. Like, it's huge. People enjoy it. So that's why, you know, I like Fedor and similar fighters, because they don't, you know, buy into all that bullshit. But then still, I mean, you've got like, so I'll talk about GSP in a bit, because that's what I want to talk about. Point is, Fedor's like, it's crazy, but because like he never really fought in the UFC and stuff like that. Anytime somebody's talking about, oh, greatest heavyweight of all time, like, oh, it's this person, that person. But you know, in other organizations, like I said, Strikeforce had just this insane, oh, I forgot about that guy too. Just this insane amount of like really talented heavyweight fighters for a while. And okay, good. But you know, because they weren't UFC, it's like, oh well, no, they're trash. You're only good if you're in the UFC. So that's the kind of thing that's always pissed me off about that. And then by the time Fedor did go and start fighting in the UFC. Like, it's not been the same. But I mean, he's past his prime, and it kind of sucks. But like, pound for pound, in his prime, I still think Fedor is the best, just because he's faced like the most adversity. Like, he's fought the craziest fights you can imagine, and he just puts people away. But that said, you know, there's still, you could still say, I think, George St. Pierre, aka GSP, he's my Canadian boy. You know, he's from Montreal. Oh, I forgot I have a cape. Oops. Okay, let's just cool our jets for a second, please. Blue Frog, you're so OP. Oh, jeez. Okay, hold on. Let's just rope up here and collect our thoughts. I've got 2 bombs. How many bombs you got? He's got a lot, which is good because I'm gonna need them. Just trying to think of how I can do this. I want to kill this guy, but he almost killed me there. Okay, there we go. Just in case, you know. Just in case. Good, good, good. Did I create a hole? I don't know. I did. He should fall down there. That'd be good for him. Okay, that worked. You just gotta have a little patience. I should put his body on the altar. I could really go for the Kapala. That's gonna help with my survival, but so yeah, but anyways, George St. Pierre, he's definitely in contention. You could say he's one of the greatest of all time, pound for pound fighters. He's defended his title so many times, and again, he's defended it against like significantly like you know, good dudes. It's not just like he's just fighting anybody, right? He's fighting it against other, you know, champion caliber fighters. So it's impressive. It's impressive. Oh, shoot. That's bad. Get away. Thank you. Kind of wanted to go get Monty. This is going to be tricky, but I think I'm going to do it just because I mostly need to. Yeah. Shoot. I'm wasting so many bombs to do this. There we go. Oh, there we go. Do I have... Okay, 8 bombs, 1 health. This will get me something. Pitch me, actually, I like that. Okay. So anyways, last night, it was the GSP Bisping fight. Michael Bisping is a really good fighter. He had the most wins in UFC history. Again, that's like a whole Dana White kind of thing, right? Like, I think, what is it? 20 wins in UFC. But, you know, like Fedor, for instance, right? It's like 42 wins kind of shit. But they weren't in the UFC, so insignificant. So anyways, Michael Bisping. Actually, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. Michael Bisping, he's one of those big, he's kind of like, not quite, you guys are probably familiar with Conor McGregor. I think most people, to some extent. Like, he's been a big trash talker. He had that fight with Floyd Mayweather, the boxing match that he lost, like, you know, because, of course, like, people forget, boxers have this, like, insane amount of longevity, whereas, you know, MMA, you know, it's like 5 rounds at most kind of thing, right? I do want that stuff. Just trying to think of how I could do it. Actually, she'll probably fit down there. We just gotta get away for a second. There we go. Oh yeah, baby. I'm just gonna go. Need to find the black market. Ooh, wait, what level are we on? 2, 3. Okay. So it has to be here, unless it was on one of the other levels and I just missed it. But yeah, Conor McGregor talks a big game. Michael Bisping is pretty similar, but like I have a bit more respect for Michael Bisping because like he admits like the reason he talks like that is you know, it's a mental game. So that's that, and that is, oh my god, I'm an idiot. Ah, good thing I got that health, eh? Yeah, I mean, it is part of the mental game. It doesn't affect some fighters, right? They're just like, yada, yada, yada. You know, I'm confident in my abilities. Like, I know I'm good. But at the same time, I think it, for certain fighters, you could get inside their head. Okay, 7 bombs. So I'm going to get whatever this is. But yeah, that kind of stuff doesn't really seem to work on George St. Pierre. So it was getting annoying after a while. You're just like, shut up, Michael Bisping. Like, he doesn't care. And the reason the fight was interesting is because I'm trying to figure out where this thing is. I think it's like almost right down below me. Gotta be somewhere down there. Okay, it's partially under the brick. Yeah, the crazy thing about the fight is like George St. Pierre he never retired. Like, I don't know why people are like, oh, he retired and he decided to come back. He said after his previous fight, Johnny Hendricks, that he's gotta hang up his, you know, his gloves for a little bit. He said he's got to take a break, you know, because he was defending his title against so many guys, you know. Just imagine for year after year, you're just like training and defending. It's got to be a bit of a grind, and like, okay, how am I gonna do this? Hold on, oh shoot, that's my last bomb, but this is gonna work. No. Okay, I can't take any shots. I can't get hit by any shots. Sorry, Monty. So yeah, he's away for 4 years. I think he tore his left ACL again while he was away. Wait, did he? First, I think he tore his right ACL. I can't remember. Either way, like, you know, been away for 4 years, kind of been doing training and all that stuff, and just like, again, kind of rekindling his passion for the sport and all that kind of stuff. And but when he comes back, he decided to fight against Michael Bisping. Michael Bisping is let me see here, is a weight class above him, and that's, you know, that's significant. Again, GSP, you know, he's a good fighter, but he's used to fighting in welterweight. So he's going to be, you know, 10, 15 pounds lighter. Oh, that's cruel. And that's pretty significant. So basically he put on all this weight, and then you're training and you're fighting, and that actually is pretty significant, right? Having that extra mass. And you're like, well, yeah, it makes you stronger, makes you more powerful, but it also makes you slower. It's harder to maintain cardio, especially if, you know, like Michael Bisping's been fighting at that weight for so long. He's used to it, whereas GSP, it's a different story. But you know what? He came back, and despite all the trash talk and all that stuff, it didn't get in his head, and he won. It was an exciting fun. The whole night of fights were really quite fun. One of the... Did I get the Ankh? Did I actually pick it up? I can't remember. Oh, I picked it up. Okay, good. This one. No, that's not gonna work. There we go. Oh! Woo! Yeah, it was exciting. It was very exciting. Every fight was pretty awesome. But yeah. So anyways, that's what I did last. You know, I'm the worst storyteller of all time. I could just like I watched the GSP Michael Bisping fight last night. It was good. I enjoyed it. But no, I had to freaking go on and on and on and on. But that's okay. If you have any interest in that, you'd be like, oh, that's cool. Damn, shopkeepers ruined the sweet Yeti music. I mean, I'm not... I just need to survive this level, so let's just survive it. Because I'm going to hell. Like I told you, I'm going to hell right now. Okay, I need some ginger ale. So yeah, it's cool. I understand if people don't like MMA and all that kind of stuff. I mean, that's fine. You don't have to. Of course not. But if you do enjoy it and you saw last night, you'd be like, yeah, I know what he's talking about. That was awesome. There we go. So it'll be interesting to see. I think he's supposed to fight Whitaker. And that's going to be interesting because Whitaker's like younger. This is the thing. George St. Pierre, just before I get off the subject, George St. Pierre is 36. Michael Bisping's 38. They're both, you know, older, but again, they're both like so good. But Whitaker is younger. You know, he's got that energy. Sucker. I'm on level 2, yeah? Okay. Just making sure. Let me do a quick one-over. Maybe I looked at the Moai and didn't even realize it. But yeah, so that's going to be an interesting fight because, like, even though he's fighting up a class, GSP was the favorite to win. You know, the odds were in his favor. Just because of his overall, like, he's got a whole arsenal of skills. Like, he can do things. He's beaten these guys, like, at wrestling that are these crazy wrestling champions and all that stuff. His stand-up game is one of the best. Even though a lot of people think it's bad, it's just, like, a lot of his game is so good that it's kind of like, meh, it seems bad in comparison. But he's, like, one of the best at, you know, striking. Just making those shots. They're not always like, you know, gonna break your jaw kind of shots, but you know, after 20 of them to the head, you know, that does add up. Okay, just put that there. Oh, it's a boomerang. I'm gonna be removing myself from existence on this level, right? Compass. I wouldn't mind the compass. Oh wait, I've already got a compass. What was I saying? So yeah, GSP's good, but he is a bit older, and if he's fighting up a weight class, then you know, we'll see. We'll see. It's gonna be interesting. Yeah. So let's go. I should have tried to get Monty actually, but you know. And in other like more grim news, I heard about the oh, that guy's done. I heard about the whole, you know, very unfortunate, the Texas shooting incident. And if you're not familiar with that, what's the guy's name? Something Kelly, I think. It's like 26-year-old dude goes into a church. Oh, come on now. Oh no, I could have got all that sweet health. That's not cool, man. Is there any of it left? I can at least salvage a little bit. This alien though, I gotta watch out for this alien. I don't trust myself down here. There we go. At least you won't be quite as mad now. Oh, dude, don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, so this 26-year-old dude walked into a church and just started killing people, and it's awful. Like 26 total people were killed, and then there's, you know, others that have been injured and all that stuff. But it's just like, it's disgusting that you're almost just like, you know, oh, just another day, you know, another mass shooting. Like, to me, it's just crazy. And the fact that this guy walked in there with, you know, one of them. Oh, watch it, dude. This guy just walked in there with this AR-15 rifle and like a tactical vest. Oh, I didn't mean to jump up like that, but I wanted to throw the bomb. Give me the shotgun. Oh, fudge. I hate the aliens. Oh. Okay, I'm doing this again, but I'm doing it quicker. I don't care about money. I just want the win. I want the victory. So we're gonna, not like a speed run per se, but I'm not stopping to get money. I'll stop to get Monty. I'll stop to get crates. But I don't care about money. I don't care about it. But yeah, it's just like, so yeah, I was reading this one article because I don't know how much guns cost, because like, it's not something I've ever like, how much does gun cost? I would like to purchase one. But apparently, like, these AR-15 rifles can range from 500 to... The only reason I was going over there was actually to see if there was, like, a crate or something. But yeah, they range, like, I don't know, $500 to $900, the one article said. Like, I'm like, what? That's, like, it's insane. But, I don't know. It's like, you know, what do you do? And I'm seeing these tweets, people saying like, you know, because you always get, you know, Donald Trump, I think he's in Japan right now, and he did like his little speech about it. It's like, you know, our thoughts and prayers are with the families and stuff like that, right? And then I saw somebody tweet, he's like, thoughts and prayers aren't enough. It like listed out all these, you know, mass shootings in the past little while, and you're like, obviously, like, I mean, I think most good people would be like, yeah, I hope there aren't shootings. I hope, you know, the families are okay and can, you know, recover from this, because it's obviously terrible. But at the same time, you're just like, well, you know, I guess come on, man. Because it is a good question of like, you know, are thoughts and prayers enough, right? Like, what does that ultimately do? Like, the shooter or shooters in these instances, right? Like, if you go up to them and it's like, I don't know. Yeah, it's like it's one of those situations where you're like, it's like, what do you do? Because obviously, just saying like, oh, you know, we will be stronger from this and da da da. Like, again, I'm not saying that stuff is bad to say, but then you start thinking like, you know, obviously, you know, it just keeps happening. So, you know, maybe something needs to change. You got to find the root cause and all that. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, it's crazy. And like the thing too is like it's a small town outside of where San Antonio, right? It's like just, you know, something you just don't expect. And it's bad because now, you know, these are the kind of events in particular people get really paranoid about. They're like, it could happen to anybody anywhere, right? When you know, stuff like there's the Miami club shooting, right? But you're like, well, Miami, it's a big city, you know, it's a club, there's lots of people there. And I'm not saying anybody should ever, oh my goodness, have to expect like, well, this is where I'm gonna, if any place I'm gonna get shot from a mass shooting, this is gonna be the place. Like, that should never be somebody's fear. But you're just like, this place is not like a, you know, it's just, yeah, you don't expect it. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Freaking. I don't know. It's like, just seems silly. Like, I live in Canada, right? A lot of you, I think, know that, or could probably tell by my voice or my accent that apparently I have one. I don't know. I don't hear it, but people hunt here. There's a huge hunting culture here, right? Like, huge. I mean, you're not gonna, if you come to Toronto or Vancouver or some place. You like how I said it there too? I tried to pronounce the second T. Toronto. Now we say Toronto here, but you wouldn't be like, oh, these people love guns or anything like that, right? Like, relative to its size, Toronto is one of the safest cities you could live in North America. Just, there's not a lot of crime, and any crime there is typically is actually, like, I think, you know, a fair amount of stabbings. When I say fair amount, I just mean relative to the crimes that there are. Yeah, I mean, people generally just don't shoot each other here. But you go out kind of north and you go to more, you know, rural areas and stuff like that. You know, hunting is huge. We kind of have our own. I don't want to insult anybody, but you know, you've got the whole in the States, right? You know, it's like a redneck kind of thing, right? Like, you know, we kind of have our versions of that. I have many friends that hunt on the regular, but like, they don't bring assault rifles with them. And I don't know, it's just, to me, it's like one of those things, like, you don't want to say, like, you know, this is America, is, you know, freedom to do whatever you want kind of stuff, but at the same time, it's like, are you any more free because you have an arsenal of assault rifles? I don't know. I just don't think it's something a person needs, personally. 'Cause you don't need it to hunt, you know. What are you hunting? A freaking rhinoceros or a hippopotamus? I don't get it. Anyways, I don't want to offend anyone or, you know, all that stuff, but, you know, just, it's a messed up world. And I would like people to stop killing each other. That's about all I have to say about that. I don't know. Because, like, I don't know. I used to be a lot more, in many ways, I'm still optimistic and all that kind of stuff. I'm always, you know, interested in technology and, like, what it's going to do for civilization and, you know, thinking, like, oh, in a decade we're going to have this, in a decade we're going to have that. And I'm the kind of person, I think a lot of people underestimate just the speed at which technology is moving, and like how crazy our lives could be even in a matter of like a couple decades. Because it's like we're on the cusp. Oh, that's a shop. We're on the cusp of some crazy stuff. You know, I always talk about it. I know there's like a lot of different sort of categories of artificial intelligence and blah blah blah, but like, just think, when you've got AI that's smarter than a human, right? Like, it's just like, I don't know. Again, we're gonna have to regulate it and all that kind of stuff, but just think of how it doesn't need to sleep, it doesn't need to eat, it doesn't need to do this stuff. It's not like, you know, like when you go to work, right? Like, you get up in the morning, you're just like so sluggish, and you gotta shower, and you gotta brush your teeth, you gotta dress and do all this stuff. You gotta drive or commute to work, right? Like, you know, all these things that are so inefficient. And then you have to work, but then there's, you know, I don't know, whatever. It's like, you're like, oh yeah, you're only doing something, you're relying on other people to do stuff, and maybe they're having a bad day or they're sick or this, you know, just like all these inefficiencies, and they stack up and up. So you replace that with like AI that's smarter than us, right? And it's like, it's consistent, right? It's not like one day the AI is like, I'm gonna be dumb kind of shit. Like, it's gonna be getting smarter and smarter. That's the thing, it's gonna be making the next AI that's crazier. And like, I don't know, I think it's wild. And like, once we kind of reach that point, that's when we're really gonna be living in a crazy world. Or we could be, but again, everything needs to be regulated. Oh. I just want to win, man. So let's win right now. Let's win right now. But yeah, everything's got to be regulated, because legit, I mean, you could design an AI and then it could be like we're better off without humans. Like, because if you give it a goal, right? Be like, make Earth safe, right? You know, give it the objective, like, make mass shootings not exist anymore. They might be like, well, the easiest way to do that is just to get rid of all humans, because, like, potentially, you know, any human could foreseeably, you know, commit that kind of act of terrorism. So it's like, you know, rather than trying to, like, condition humans and blah blah blah, yeah, it's better just to get, you know, it's like that kind of thing. You're like, well, that's ludicrous, but you know, that's the thing you don't know about with AI, right? Because, you know, initial AI, like, it's, we don't know, man, we don't know. So anyways, it's pretty interesting. There's some cool videos actually on the internet. There's a website called youtube.com, if you're not familiar. You guys probably know it. I can't remember how to pronounce it. Kurtzagat, something like that. And they do these really cool animated videos about all these topics, and they did one about AI. That how much money do I have? I'm not gonna kill him. I'm gonna save that for the black market. But yeah, they did this one about humans, or like AI. They called it, like, it's like they turned it into a game of like human genocide, and which ways that, you know, once we've got this AI, ways that they could, like, just kill humans. And it's pretty interesting, because the one example they gave was like, you could give just this AI instructions to make ice cream, right? You just say, just make ice cream, right? But if you don't give it the right conditions and the right kind of boundaries, it could go terribly wrong. And you're like, well, that's silly. Like, it'll just stop making ice cream or something like that or whatever. But they're like, you know, just imagine you just said, just make ice cream. That's all you got to do. But then maybe it runs out of the required materials, right? The cream. So then they're like, the AI eventually, whoa, buddy, might decide just to like start killing humans and somehow using them to make the ice cream. I don't know. I'm not summarizing it very well, obviously, but actually, wait, before we go down. But you know, it's just like basically the point of the exercise is to say like you have to be very specific to say like, you know, you have if and else conditions or whatever, all that coding mumbo jumbo. So be like, keep making ice cream until you have X amount, or not. But even then you could say, well, maybe X amount is too much or something. So you say keep making ice cream until you have X amounts, or you run out of, you know, this ingredient. And, you know, you have to give it all these parameters, like for everything. You have to think of every condition. So it's pretty cool, and also pretty terrifying. There we go. Now, I didn't want to do it this way. It's fine. Where am I going? I'm going over here, yeah? Oh, slow down there, tiger. Yeah. I don't know, it's just weird. Again, like people are saying, "Oh, not in my lifetime. We're never gonna live on Mars or this or that," right? I'm like you're 30 years old. What are you talking about, man? You got superstar Elon Musk is, you know, talking about going there in the, you know, 2020 or 2025 or something in that realm, right? He's making progress with SpaceX on, you know, these reusable rockets. Like they're, you know, they're reusable. They're reusing them, and all this kind of stuff. And they've got all these designs and stuff like that. Like as shitty as capitalism is for society, and I don't even think Elon Musk is like doing all this stuff because like, oh, money. Like I generally think like he's trying to affect positive change in society and all that kind of stuff, but at the same time, I mean, you see that you know, sometimes governments are just pretty darn inefficient, and I think he's recognized that, you know. And it's not even like, it's like you could say, well, NASA better pick up the pace. It's not. NASA gets funding. They get like how much? I don't even. It's like a drop in the bucket compared to other stuff like, you know, military. Yeah, you can say military. You know, a lot of the stuff that they do kind of helps advanced technologies and stuff like that, but it's kind of like a byproduct of killing people. So, you know, I guess we'll buy that. Sure. You know what? Yeah. You know what? Yeah. We're gonna be a good guy because I want to win this. What level am I on? 4? Okay. But yeah, it's funny. You're just like, this guy runs companies that, I mean, he should be trying to make money, and he will. This is the thing, right? It's not like he's doing this for free. People will have to pay to go and live on Mars and all that other stuff. You jackass. Okay, we gotta be careful here. You have to go and, yeah, pay to live on Mars and all that stuff, and, you know, having all this technology. You know, they talk about mining asteroids and stuff like that. I mean, there's just like crazy amount of resources, and it's like far more efficient once you get that kind of stuff set up, right? It's the thing about planet Earth, you've got a lot of protected areas. You know, people live in areas, and it's all this like not in my backyard NIMBYism kind of stuff. So you can't just go anywhere you want and be like, I'm gonna start chopping these trees down or whatever. Cause somebody's like, well, that tree's actually 4,000 years old. Don't you touch it. You'd be like, well, what about this one next to it? It's only 10 years old. Like, well, yeah, but it's near the 4,000-year-old one. Get away. So, you know, it's interesting. But if you just find this big chunk of rock with, like, I wouldn't say it has zero, you know, significance in terms of whatever. It doesn't have cultural significance, though, and like, really history, I mean. Okay. I don't like you. I'm just gonna... Okay, we're gonna buy what we need to kill him, I think. Yeah, we gotta kill him. I don't have money. Oh, we know there's a shotgun, so that's cool. So we get the shotgun. Oh, that's a lot of bombs. Then we can get this party started. We just gotta find the ash. Looks like it's on the right side. Hopefully up higher, so I don't have to go so far. But oh, there it is. Okay, there we go. It's very important that I don't die here. Actually, if Monty is present, I would like to get some kisses from him, or at least one kiss. That won't really help me, though, actually, now that I think about it, because, well, it might. I won't be able to take a shotgun blast, but if I get swatted by some shopkeeper, then at least I've got a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. Anyways, I don't know. I just think, you know, technology, like, it's exponential. And, if we survive, you know, we'll be able to do all sorts of crazy stuff. And it'll just go faster and faster. So by the time, like, 50 years from now, we'll be like, oh, man, I'm gonna go take a vacation at, like, Jupiter. Or, like, go to this different galaxy. I don't know. I mean, that's being a bit crazy, but that's the thing, man. You never know. I mean, none of us are gonna have jobs soon enough with all these freaking robots. Obviously, they're not on the same level as AI, but you know, you just train them to make a Big Mac. Like, it's not that crazy. It's like, cook this patty for X minutes, you know, then a claw comes out and, like, puts it on a piece of bread, and then another claw puts a piece of bread down top, and then another claw comes in and takes the other patty, puts, you know, it's just like, it's just steps. It's pretty simple. All this self-ordering stuff McDonald's already has. I don't know if you've experienced it, but you know, you go into the restaurant, you go to the kiosk, and you're like, I'll take this, I'll take this. I want no ketchup on this, blah blah blah. Puts it all onto a receipt, prints it out in the kitchen, and then the people there get it and they make it. I mean, it's the same thing as going to the you know, the cashier and being like, I want this, this, and that, and then they punch it in for you, and you pay. But now it's like, a lot of people, I mean, they don't pay cash. Obviously, if you go to the kiosk and you need to pay cash, you still have to go up to the front and give it to the person. But otherwise, you can just do the debit or Visa or whatever the hell you're doing for yourself. And then you just wait, they call your number, and boom. This guy, can he make the jump? No, we got a lot of bombs. Let's not be shy. So yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I think it's gonna be iterative. But eventually you'll have, like, these crazy flagship McDonald's locations. You're like, not a single person is there. They've got robots to clean the place. You know, these little Dyson vacuums going around. And, you know, all these other, like, everything. It'll be automated. I'm sure, you know, there's gonna still be some humans to a capacity, but you know, for security reasons or I don't know what all, but you know, once we have robot police though, okay, let's get a move on. I need a sip of my drink though. Yeah. And, you know, honestly, the biggest thing that's holding McDonald's back is not technology. It's straight up just regulations and stuff. Because, you know, this is why you've probably heard about people talking about universal basic income. Because once you have these places like McDonald's or whatever, like drones are doing everything and you don't have, you know, delivery drivers delivering all of Amazon's goods and shit like that, which means, you know, Amazon, they don't have stores, they have warehouses, right? So it's just like somebody puts in an order on Amazon.com or .ca or whatever, and then a drone is like, okay, this item code goes into the freaking warehouse, picks it up, and then delivers it to your address using like a GPS or whatever. I'm not saying that's how it works or how it will work, but just like when you think about it that way, it's like yeah. So what all is changing? Well, you don't have these retail outlets. Like people are just buying it from a website, and then nice, got the gold. Where'd the box go? Oh, it's gone. But yeah, you don't have the retail outlet. People aren't like going there and trying on the clothes and all that kind of stuff, or just like looking at the item. They're just like, oh, I'll try it. And if I don't like it, you know, Amazon has, you know, they'll ship you a box or whatever bullshit, and then you just send it back, kind of. But it's like there's so many middlemen removed. Middle people. So same thing kind of with McDonald's, right? And if all these robots are taking all these jobs, so the people don't have jobs, it means they're not making money, so they can't use these services. Oh, we can get a jetpack here. And if you can't use the services, then it's like, what's the point of automating everything? Nobody's buying our stuff, right? So that's where the whole universal basic income thing comes in. It's like welfare for everyone. And now did I get him? Oh, I got him good. So yeah, I mean, it's just like it's a thing where people are going to getting paid money because, you know, every high school kid in existence is now not going to be qualified to do a job that they've been doing for the past like 4 decades or whatever. Maybe, I guess it could be more, right? Like if you're in high school, right? Like, well, I mean, there are certain things you could do, obviously, but like a very common one is retail and like fast food services, stuff like that. If all freaking robots are taking over that shit, you're just gonna have a bunch of bored teenagers that don't have any money to buy the latest Justin Bieber record, you know? That's crazy. It's the trouble with the capitalism. We've reached like the point where you're like, oh shit, we could be way, way, way efficient. We could be so efficient. But now we're just like firing our very own customers. What level is this? Let me just double check. I always, you know, start talking about universal basic income and I forget to look for a giant stone head. Alright, pretty confident it's not here. But, yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I'm in many ways, like, I'm happy. Like, give me the universal basic income. I'm still gonna work. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be a significant amount of money. Like, you're not gonna be like, it's pretty much gonna be minimum wage, or something like that. But I mean, you know, it's better than nothing. But like, I mean, it'll still, people will want to work and probably should work and probably will need to work, depending on what you want to be buying with that, right? Like, I'll be work just because, like, well, just trying to think. Depending on how much it is, like, I've got a lot of I don't know what I'm doing. I should just get Monty and then demolish myself. You know, I got a lot of hobbies, a lot of things I would love to work on and do. But I don't know if he's gonna jump over. Oh, you got Monty, you asshole. But I don't know. I think it'd be cool if it was, you know, everybody's getting paid enough to, like, kind of live comfortably. You know, you're not going to be able to buy extravagant stuff, but at least it's like, if you don't have to worry about, like, oh, am I going to be able to afford my phone bill, or can I afford food, you know, groceries and stuff like that. It'd be cool, because then people can kind of more focus on pursuing maybe things that they do want to. The problem I have with, like, society is that we're basically like, all right, start going to school, and then by the time you're like 17, 18, figure out what you want to do for the rest of your life. And when I say that to myself, even back then, I was like, this is absurd. Like, how would anybody know? I mean, some people, maybe they do. Like, I guess it depends on what it is. Maybe, like, I want to be in the NBA. And then if you're good enough and you make it and you make millions of dollars, you know, that's great. Like, because it's not like an abstract kind of thing, right? But if you say, I want to be an architect, for example. Oh, I forgot. I got to do all that crap. There's so much, like, in between people don't know. Like just the schooling. Like, what all do you need to do? Like, what courses do you need to take? And, you know, what's it going to be like once you graduate? Like, getting an actual job. And then if you do get a job working at an architecture firm, like, what are you actually going to be doing? You're not going to be like Frank Gehry, just like designing these crazy you know, buildings and all this kind of stuff, right? You know, he didn't start doing that kind of stuff, right? So there's a lot. Oh, there he is. There's a lot of stuff people don't realize, and then by the time you get there, you're like, this isn't what I signed up for. Like, I thought it was going to be totally different, you know? If you would climb up here and take a couple bombs. So yeah, that's kind of one of the things that I think is very absurd. It's just like, you know, you just don't know. And then by the time you do know, you're like, ah, this sucks. But I guess I'm going to try to do it for the rest of my life, you know. But with the universal basic income, stuff like that, I feel like you might have a chance to, you know, once you're older, figure out what you want to do and go and do it. Go, you know, spend a bit of money and go back to school and do it, kind of stuff, or whatever you need to do to kind of work towards that. Sucker. I'm still gonna kill you though, even though you're blocking. I'm not sure if you're sentient. I'm going to, let me see here. to be careful. Are you coming over here? You want to have a party, or are you just gonna sit there and puke all night? Oh, he fell. Actually, that's good. But both of these guys being here, that's bad. It's not bad. If he drops too, then we can talk. Drop. Ooh, idiots. Yeah, I don't know. It's just interesting how I think everything's gonna change. I'm gonna try to get Monty, but I'm mostly interested in that. Okay, so the shit keeper's down here. I want to get a shotgun going into the City of Gold. Monty, baby. Okay. Oh, he's dead. Okay. So then what I can do... Shoot. Where can I put Monty? I don't think I can. I'm gonna do this just because I have enough bombs to do it. Alright. Got a shotgun. I don't know. I just really want to, like... I'd love to live in the wilderness. Not like totally off the grid necessarily, like, oh, just like pumping water out of the ground. But I'd love to just like have a place. Oh, okay. You know, get up here, bud. Actually, get up here. Actually, I don't even need you to get up anywhere. I can get down. You know, just like someplace in the woods and like build a sustainable little home. Small, but have a little bit of everything that I want, you know, my own garden. Talked about this recently. I was streaming, but like, you know, little greenhouse, gardens, and forage for stuff, and hunt and do all that stuff. Oh, jeez, I didn't handle that well. I'm still probably not handling it well. There we go. First we kill the shopkeeper. The shit keeper. Make it easier because I don't want to get hit by those stupid flies. Do it like... Second bomb not necessary. Okay. So we got this. And just shoot his legs. You always shoot the legs, idiot. You should wear shin guards, bud. I'm just killing them because I want to. Alright, this is good. I'm actually remembering how to play this game now. Don't get too greedy. This is not like a get money run. I don't need to. I've done that. Been there, done that. Good ginger ale. And now I'm out. Alright. It's been a while since I've done this. Yeah, it's been a while since I've gone to hell. I hear it's nice this time of the year. Let's just do that. So I don't have to go around. Bombs? Yep. Put this down here so it doesn't actually fall down and get chopped up. Dun, dun, dun. Alright. Pick up a little money, just, you know, something to do. Hey! Who are you? Ah, it's Ninja Man. That's right, I gotta get all the characters again. I'm getting some of them, but... Okay, now we gotta pay attention to the munching of the Necronomicon. It's pretty much right under us. Did you crush my bomb, you asshole? I want you to get over here, because I have enough bombs to do what I need to do. Come on, bud. Come on, bud. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Like, how does he do it? How does he jump? I don't know, man. Okay, we should be out of his area now. It's somewhere down here. Oh, I see it. Okay, let's put one there, kind of open it up a little bit. And then put one like that. We need to make this wide enough for stupid old mech. I think this should almost be good. I'm gonna want to get rid of this one. I think this one too. That should be wide enough. Let's give it a go. I like how you stand on the right side, it goes right. You stand on the left side, it goes left. We might need to realign them though. Oh, like butter. Excuse me. That was smooth. You gotta hand it to me. You gotta say, Michael, that was smooth. I'm handing it to you. We're gonna get the amulet because we ain't no sucker. 13 bombs. We're gonna be a little careful. Kind of supply starting to run dry. That one's worth it, just so you know he's not jumping around. I'll pick it up just to say I picked it up for the journal. But we don't need it. So now pretty much hopefully we do find some more bombs. And the exit is on the other side, so I'm not going to go down that way. I do wish I had more bombs, so I could definitely take some shortcuts. But if... Oh, a cauldron run would be nice. You know, everybody's all like, oh, eggplant run, eggplant run. Cauldron runs are where it's at. Okay, succubus. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4. Okay, the one on the left is the succubus. It's 6 Mississippis is the real Monty, 3 is the fake. And, you know, you get too close to the succubus and she claws your face off. It's always good to identify which is which, even if you have no intentions of getting Monty. Which I would like to, but, you know, I've got to probably contend with the shit keeper here, yeah. Okay, beautiful. I don't like how this guy's looking at me. Yes! I've got the amulet now, though, right? So the little magma men can't hurt me. I gotta remember that. Lava men. I'm just gonna go, though. I don't want to get hit by one of them balls trying to save Monty. You know, if we just don't get hit, then we don't need more than 1 health. Think of it that way. Vampires. I always hate that they can take 2 shots. How many bombs? 9 bombs. Stomp you. Dude, What were you thinking? I think I am going to use a bomb just to shortcut this. I think that's worth it. I think it's worth it. And then 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi. That's the real deal. The full Monty right there, babe. Whoa! Didn't even see that guy. He's looking at the vampire. Is this ball and chain gonna go? No, okay, so I can go like that. He is there. But the spread, the thing you gotta remember with the shotgun is it's got spread the further it goes. So even though we were a level higher, you know. Wait, you were the real deal, right? Yeah, so I'm actually gonna try to get you. Where'd his shotgun go? That doesn't matter. I can just go back and get mine. Okay. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. I'm not nervous, to be honest. The first time I was ever in hell, of course I was nervous. Are you kidding me? But now I ain't nervous. Unlike George St. Pierre. It's been like 4 years. He comes back to Spelunky. People are like, oh, he's moving up a weight class. Although technically it's the same weight class, but like, you know, oh, the ring rust is real though. You know? He hasn't done it for 4 years. Although in my case it hasn't been 4 years. But, you know. Doesn't matter. I've got all the confidence in the world. People will talk. Let them talk. Say what you want to say about me. I'm walking out of this freaking ring the champion. Alright? I've come back. I'm a better fighter than I ever had been. You'll see. You'll all see. That was an accident though, but it's okay. Accidents happen. That was supposed to go away. But it's okay. Now, okay, so he's dead. That's great. I have a relatively clear path from the looks of it. You know, it's a little congested. The only thing is these spike balls. They do pose a problem. So I'm actually going to do this. Just to clear things. Now we got to get the timing. Yeah! I didn't want to have to use another bomb. We're going to get bombs when we kill Foxman and Horsehead or whatever the hell. So we'll get 25 bombs from them. But you never know. You might somehow lose your shotgun. And you know, it's nice to have at least 2 bombs so you can kill them. And having the amulet in case their bombs fall into the lava, you can go back and get that good stuff. So this is where we still need to be careful of the vampires. And jackasses like this. And how many okay, we got plenty of ropes. Let's use them. You always want to stay under one of these blocks. We gotta bomb this a little bit so we can just get to the right height for his stupid fat head. Have a bomb just because I feel like, you know, insulting you. I didn't even look at you. That's how good I am. I won't even look at the cards. I'll play you blind. That's right. Ding dong. Yama yama ding dong. Don't you forget it, bud. There were some vampires over here, maybe. Not anymore. I'm actually surprised I haven't seen any just kind of hanging out. Ah, we found one. Doesn't matter. He's dead. Shoot his fat fingers off. Oh. Oh no, my fingers. Oh no. This game's too easy. Like I said, too easy. Give me my money. I want my money. Where is my money? Guess I got most of it there. Yawn, boring. Ooh. Okay. There we go. There we go. I just needed that, you know, get over that little bit of a hump. You get back into a routine, you know, you just first it's like getting over it, remembering what it's like to live that life. Now every run is gonna be a winning run. I'm staying until I see my name again, just to show you guys, you know. You're gonna be like, oh, Malf, we forgot. You're the best ever. Banana who? I didn't even try to get money. Oh, I could have done the 500,000 thing if I stopped to collect stuff. That was just, I mean, the slow run. I've had much slower though. Look at that. Jetpack Viking. Good music. You don't hear it too often. I hear it every day. Derek, you, Andy Hall, good guys. I've met Andy Hall. He's working on the, when I was at PAX East this year, he's working on, oh, what's it called? It's a basketball game. It's kind of like an NBA Jam sort of dealio. It's really fun. I just wish it didn't have, like, it was only local. I wish it was online multiplayer. I don't know if he's going to add that, but, yeah. He's a cool guy. I'd love to meet Derek Yu, though. I just want to give him a big old hug. It's not, just wait, it's coming up. It's coming up. Oh, look at that. Man, and then Foxman. You know, I'm under Northern Lion, which doesn't make sense, because, you know, I don't think he's ever beaten this game. But I'm on top of Bear Taffy. Don't you forget that bear. Oh, yeah. It's crazy. This takes me way back. When I first started playing Spelunky, I was living in Saskatchewan in the old Fox Ranch. Playing it on the Xbox 360. It's in a big room. Playing on a console. I'd have this little mini table in front of me with a big stack of books, and then I'd have my microphone sitting on top of that, and I'd kind of be leaned over out of my chair. It was really uncomfortable. And then I have the pillow, same pillow actually, that I'm covering myself with right now, so that the clicks of the controller don't get picked up on the mic. And then I'd compress the audio. I'd send that to my computer where I had the capture card set up, and put it all together, and then edit it, and then run that over, or render it overnight, and then in the morning I'd upload it and put it out. And I did that every day for a while, which I want to do again. But that was a simple time, you know? It was simple. You, the player. But you already thanked me, Derek. 2 thank yous? Oh my goodness. Oh. I'm just joking. I'm I'm not the greatest. I'm actually pretty bad at Spelunky when you watch me play. You're like his execution is all off. I like to have fun with it. So there you go. We won one. And we'll win another one. I'm gonna try to come back at you guys tomorrow with some more, and then hopefully the day after, and hopefully the day after that. I should take a stab at the dailies and stuff too, maybe. But I'm sorry, really. But you know, dailies, I don't know, I get like a weird feeling about dailies. Like, I want to play like a little sissy in tights. And the thing I don't like about the dailies, I mean, the dailies are good. I like that they're there, don't get me wrong. But when I play Spelunky, I don't care about getting the highest amount of money. Because I do kind of get bored of that. And I love the game, but also the reason why I play it and I record isn't just to be like, oh, gotta be the best, gotta catch them all. Like, I want to win the default game. I'd rather just sit here and talk about whatever's going on in the world or my world and stuff like that. So it's like, I don't know, to like try and focus on getting a ghost to turn every gem into a diamond on every level. It's just like, eh. So that's why, like, I have less reason to care about doing the dailies, because like I don't want to spend the time to like get as high a score as I know I could. Maybe a cop-out answer, but it's the truth. Or it may sound like a cop-out answer. It's not a cop-out answer, it's the truth. But, you know. Anyways, my throat is kind of acting up. I'm gonna go get some lozenges happening. But I hope you enjoyed the episode, despite maybe a bit of grim subject matter earlier. But yeah, stay safe out there and all that kind of stuff, and go be decent human beings to your, you know, neighbors, friends, family, and just complete strangers. It's okay to be, you know, to be nice to people. That works. But anyways, I'm out of here. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Until then, peace out.